All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first Descendant update 1.0.5. We're gonna check out this update, see what information they got for us. Let's go ahead and start at the top. Ultimate Valby, incredible skin, looking kind of interesting. Spiral Tidal Wave is our first Transcendent mod. The bouncy bubble bullet has been replaced by a projectile that flies in a straight line. Spiral Tidal Wave is stackable and can be fired 3 times in a row and attracts impurities during the Gluttony Intercept battle. Okay. Hydro Pressure Bomb. Instead of plop plop, she leaps forward and deals damage to enemies around the landing area. The more enemies in the laundry state, the more powerful the damage. I need to get these. They added Ultimate Valby amorphous materials. Amorphous material patterns, as you can see right here, can no longer be acquired. You can continue to use the amorphous materials you already have as before, so keep that in mind. They added the AA variants of amorphous materials. You can see the numbers here on the screen. You can acquire the Enhanced Cell Blueprint, Stabilizer Blueprint, Spiral Catalyst Blueprint, and a Code of Ultimate Valby from them. All right, that's how you're gonna grind for Valby. Ultimate Valby's Blueprint and Code materials will replace one of the items available from the original amorphous. The amorphous materials of the AA variants can be acquired and used in the same place as the original. All right, make sure you keep that in mind for those grinding Ultimate Valby. Ladies and gents, introducing the new Descendant Luna. Looks incredible. So let's take a little look at the skills here. Passive skills called Improvisation. Using any skill increases inspiration gauge, which allows Luna to enhance skills. Our first skill, Stage Presence. Using the skill changes Luna's weapon to her unique weapon, performing the notes in time to the music by using skills or hitting monster stacks and increasing her skill power modifier too. Our second skill, Passionate Stage. Using the skill makes Luna play upbeat music, increasing the skill power modifier of Luna and her abilities. Gaining the enhanced effect increases the skill power modifier even more and also increases the skill critical hit rate and damage of allies. Ooh, I need that on my team. Skill 3, Relaxing Act. Using the skill makes Luna play relaxing music. All right, don't put me to sleep, okay? Hitting the enemy with a note grants an effect that instantly recovers the MP of Luna and her allies. Gaining the enhanced effect increases MP recovery and reduces skill cost. Pretty interesting stuff so far. Last but not least, the fourth skill, Delightful Stage. Using the skill makes Luna play delightful music. Hitting the enemy with a note increases inspiration gauge and decreases the skill cooldown of allies. Gaining the enhanced effect increases the inspiration gauge even more and immediately resets the cooldown of allies. All right, who's playing Luna for me? I need this on my team. So next up, let's take a look at the Luna modification module. So first up, we got Nimble Footsteps. This modification module enhances Luna movement speed and amplifies the effect range of Horde performance, making it easier to support her allies. Next one will be Noise Surge. Transforms all of Luna's skills to combat skills. Performing the notes in rhythm unleashes a powerful AoE attack. When the inspiration gauge is full, summons a moving stage where she dances to recover MP and shield. All right, I need these red mods, bro. I'm trying to see Luna, pull off some dance move and play it not like us. All right. So next up, here on the screen, you're going to be able to see the amorphous materials to grind. It tells you right here that the ones on the screen are no longer available, but you can continue to use them. They added the AA variants, and you grind these specific ones on the screen to get the Enhanced Cell Blueprint and the other parts for Luna. Luna's blueprint and code materials will replace one of the items available from the original amorphous, so keep that in mind, folks. Quite similar to grinding Valby. Introducing the brand new hard mode boss, Gluttony. Looks similar to Devour, but trust me, after playing against him, he is no joke. He is not going to get bullied. This is the big brother, all right? The meme with Devour and Gluttony is like, hey, this is the guy she tells you not to worry about. Added new hard difficulty Void Intercept Battle, Gluttony. Intercept Gluttony to collect the Hungry Sonic external component set and the blueprint of the ultimate weapon Peacemaker. Yeah! This gives you the set bonus information. On the 2-set piece, you get Toxic Resistance. On the 4-set piece, you get an effect that recovers MP on hitting the target with a skill unique weapon, as well as an effect that increases skill duration and MP heal modifier proportionally to max HP. Next up, introducing the brand new ultimate equipment, Peacemaker. What in the world is that? That's a pistol? It looks like a flare gun. Added the new ultimate weapon, Peacemaker. Used in a dimension skill grants the single reload for peace effect. and maximum stacks, the single reload for peace effect enables you to fire the loaded ammo into a single quick burst when taking an aim shot. Okay. I mean, I'm not a fan, dude. That looks like one of those purse guns, you know what I'm saying? Let's continue reading. So we got a new module, Arcade Concentration, decreases movement speed, firearm attack, and all attribute attack except the non-attribute attack every time a skill is used, but each stack of Arcade Concentration increases defense and MP. They also added some brand new products. These are going to be a lot of skins. We'll show you a quick look on the screen, so I don't have to read this all off for you. But yeah, we got some badass makeup, some, Ultimate Volvi skins. She got the Luna bikinis. We got Vesa bikinis. It's crazy out there, bro. Protect your wallet, man. You're going to be struggling. So in this hot fix, we got some content improvements. They start off by telling us to prevent module swapping from becoming a strategy in interested battles and infiltration operations. Equipping and removing modules, changing presets, and changing loadouts are now prohibited. So people were able to do the loadout swaps to get one-shot kills on Glay, maybe some other builds that I didn't see, but yeah, it looks like they're gonna shut that down. Next up, they added a feature to collect all lost and found items at once in the mailbox. Yes! Thank you. Now let me delete everything in the vault too, please. All right, in the lost and found. After checking the map with acquired information in the library, closing the map now leaves the library open. Added a camera shake on and off feature in game options. PS Xbox added the ability to select preset search keywords to make it easier to search for modules in the research. Nice. Next up, added commas after every 3 digits in the game menu in HUD to make it easier to read numerical units. You can now check key stat information in the weapon, reactor, external components inventories. You can now register equipped items as attached items. Saving a preset now automatically registers equipped items as attached items. You can now turn the red dot crosshair display on or off cities in-game options. Add the image to some items and graphic options to show what they do. Increase the speed of scrolling when scrolling the map with the gamepad's R stick. Yo, I actually hated using controller just for that reason. Change the color of icons for hard difficulty void interested battles on the world map to make it easier to distinguish them from normal difficulty battles. The map no longer displays the marker when an NPC quest being tracked disappears. The modification models for the same descendant are not displayed together in a row in the library. When the first clear reward and repick clear reward are the same, the acquisition info in the library no longer shows them both. When selecting all duplicate modules and dismantle modules, you can now use a filter to register only the selected modules for dismantling. Wow, okay, I'm gonna take advantage of that. Simplify the module combination animation. Starting a research and materials tab of the research menu now returns you to the materials tab. Added the leave party button on the social menu to make the function easier to find. Added a search function to the consumables menu. Even when acquiring skins for Descendants not currently in use, the red dot still appears. Added the red dot when acquiring paint. The red dot now appears in the weapons list tab when acquiring a weapon skin. And now the juicy bits, ladies and gentlemen, we got some Descendant buffs, it looks like. So, starting off first, Freyna, La Reina. Increase the poison contagion range of Freyna's Room Zero trauma from 4 meters to 7 meter radius. Increase the maximum scaling range of obvious skills from 200% to 250. Yeah! Increase the maximum scaling range of Blair's skills from 200 to 250. Yeah. Eating good. Change the blizzard generated by Viesa's glacial cloud module to be triggered instantly without delay. Yes, sir. Change Volby's Albion Academy cadet head skin to be dyeable. And lastly, we got change incoming final damage to incoming damage modifier in the description of the safe recovery module. All right, I'm curious to test these characters out and see what the difference is like. Let's go ahead and read about the equipment. So we got added a feature in the game options that enables some single shot and burst weapons to fire automatically when the fire button is pressed and held down. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, this is amazing, bro. I needed this. I was so tired of having to keep clicking and clicking and clicking and clicking. Now we just hold down the trigger and go crazy. Next up, we got increased endurance legacy critical hit damage from 1.7 to 2.3. A buff on this machine gun? Listen, guys, I pretty much am spamming Endurance Legacy everywhere I go right now, so this buff is wild. Next up, increased Secret Garden's critical hit rate from 35% to 50%. Oof, that's a jump. And critical hit damage from 1.85 times to 2.25. That's a nice buff for Secret Garden. Now I actually want it. The next buff is Nisatra's Devotion critical hit rate from 36% to 45%, and the critical hit damage from 2 times to 2.25. That's a nice little respectable buff. Decrease the trigger rate of bombardment on Greg's Reverse Fate, but now it also triggers when the weapon is fired at unshielded enemies. Beautiful. Equipment can now be dismantled at once with no quantity limit. Beautiful. All right, Let's go ahead and read about the next section. We got to increase the amount of voice shards that can be acquired from special operations by about 7 times. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes. Hotfix 1.04. Added voice shards as rewards to special operations, but unfortunately, there were just too few. The original intent was to keep void fragments as the primary farming source for void shards and get additional void shards from special operations. But the community has told us that many of you don't like this loop, so we've increased the amount of void shards that can be earned in special operations. We're also working on some steps to future improvements. Love that. Many players are currently forming materials without spending the fragments of the fusion reactor, so we're considering removing the fragments from the fusion reactor startup altogether. This would make the fragments necessary only when the reconstructing device is used at the fusion reactor. We're taking a close look at how the reward loop we planned works in practice. We'll try to finalize the reward loop that players will be satisfied with in the future. Thanks, man. I love these dev insights, dude. After that, we got some more info. Reduce the distance you're knocked down when hit by a trap. Lower the ratio at which the named monster's immunity sphere's HP scales with the number of players in infiltration operations, and reduce the duration of immunity. Oh my god, good. This makes fighting those bosses much more enjoyable because, bro, when I try to play with buddies, those balls are just like immune and you can't hit them, and then you can't really tell if they're immune anymore, and they take so much damage. I'm spraying Enduring Legacy and it's not destroying. I just gotta pop my Lepic ult and be like, all right, bro, these balls are like way more OP than any actual hard mode boss. Next up, the Agna Desert, Vespers, Echo Swamp, Wynite Gulch, Hagios, and Fortress Fields now have a 100% chance to spawn encrypted vaults at spawn. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's going to make it less pain when you're traveling back and forth and then you're pinging left and right, down, up, and you're like, there's no vaults. Send it again. Increase the hitbox size and data collection missions to make it easier to collect data. Outside environmental sounds are now less audible in indoor areas in Kingston. Adjusted the distance that monsters spawn in laboratory to be closer as 15 meters. Next up, we got miscellaneous, balanced sun levels for shield destruction, notification, material research, result window, etc. Thank goodness. Bunnies? Actually, any player, right? If you play the game, you're constantly tired of hearing the shield breaking. It's so jarring and loud, and you're like, stop. You think you're one shot, but then you take a look at your HP and you're like, hold on, bro. I'm walking around with 30k HP. I'm good. I haven't taken any damage. After that, we got some optimizations improvements. Very nice. And we got some bug fixes. So take a look here on the screen. Maybe there's some fixes here that you were looking forward to that might impact your experience in a positive way. After that, we got some developer comments. So let's go ahead and read that. And that should be the ending of this patch news from the first Descendant. It starts off with, greetings. This is the first Descendant director, Min-Seok Ju. Today, I'm going to outline the dev team's plans for issues that are discussed frequently by the community. The team is currently working on Season 1 and Season 2 updates, while also responding to improvement issues discovered during the live service. Today, I'm going to talk more about how we plan to improve the current state of the first Descendant rather than about the Season 1 and 2 updates. Beautiful. Drop rate improvement plans. While all of our drop rate systems are operating fairly in the first Descendant, we do understand that some players are struggling with the vagaries of the drop rate. To address this, we're planning to introduce a new system where you can more easily get the item you want after repeating the activity a certain number of times. What? What? That's crazy. Oh my God. That is some crazy news. This is essentially, would you consider this a mercy system, bad luck protection, both maybe? Next up, the first Descendant has various missions and amorphous materials with chance-dependent rewards. We're considering how we can effectively take care of the drop rate issue in such diverse reward systems, and we're working to create a farming structure that players will be happy with. We hope to make improvements before long to provide a more rational and satisfying farming experience. Disposing of leftover items. Next is an update on items that are piling up in your consumables. There is currently no way to dispose those blueprints for Descendants and weapons that you already completed, so there are cases where players are getting multiple copies of blueprints they already own during the farming process. We've been listening to the community, who have told us that there needs to be a way to dispose of these unwanted items. While we would consider simply converting them to gold or Kuiper, we want to reward you with more value for the time you have put into the game. To resolve this, the dev team is planning a system to dismantle leftover items to get byproducts, and rotating shop system where you can exchange the byproducts for something of value. This will allow the items you obtain to have a greater value in the game. Bravo. Supporting build diversity. It's a lot of fun for us to see the variety of builds being posted in the community lately. We love seeing you try so many different builds and are amazed by the unexpected ways you've evolved them. We hope for more builds to exist in First Descendant, and we want an environment where players are free to experiment with different builds. However, we found that it is difficult to take advantage of loadouts after assigning socket types, oh please, which goes against our goal of experimenting with different builds. Oh my god, are we getting universal sockets in the way? As a result, the dev team is planning to provide an environment where completely different builds can be created by assigning each loadout with different socket types. Ooh. We hope this will help you experiment with different builds without feeling overwhelmed. Gotcha. This doesn't give me all the information I need. I still need more because I don't know if they mean like an environment by going to a laboratory and then you can just change your mods, or if they're trying to make, basically saying, change the game to where you can make different builds and use different sockets. I need more information. I'm not really like clear on that. Next up, we got balancing. Finally, some news about balancing. Oh, let's see, are they gonna nerf anything? We are seeing a dominance of the skill damage focused builds of some Descendants. Descendants and weapons that are well suited for these builds are quite popular now. We want the meta builds to change from season to season. We want the Descendants and weapons that are effective in new content to be different from those in previous seasons. Also, we're looking to increase the proportion of firearm-based combat in endgame. We can't promise that all Descendants and weapons will be equally balanced at all times, but our goal is to keep changing the effective builds. To that end, we promise to make constant adjustments and offer different ways to play with new content. We aim to implement the improvements I talked about today during seasons 1 and 2. Your feedback means a lot to the dev team. We'll do our best to provide a better experience as we build the game together, and we will continue to listen to you as we strive to make the First Descendant even better. Thank you. Wow, what a banger news drop from the First Descendant. That is the update 1.0.5. Lots of information there, lots to be happy about, lots to sink your teeth into. Definitely makes me excited for the future of this game. Thank you for watching.